Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Teesha, and today we're going to do our post-burn reviews for the week or for last week. So every week or every other week, I do like to bring you a video of all the candles I burnt and what was my overall experience burning them. So let's just jump right in. We have 6 3-wicks, 1 single wick, and a 2-wick to share this week. Now, again, this was kind of a transition from me being home for vacation, which was a staycation, and now I'm going back to work. So I may do it every other week or have less candles, but this is everything I got through. Just finished them up this weekend. And so let's jump into it. So the first one I have for you is one of the candles I picked up during semi-annual sale. This is a Garden Botanicals Sweet Mint and Eucalyptus. I found this on the first day of the sale and they were 75% off. And this is a plant-based fragrance. It doesn't have the notes, but it's very what the name says. It smells very much almost like eucalyptus and almost like that. Was there like a eucalyptus tea or something, body care or aromatherapy? I really did like that. And then I really get the mint. And this is very true to scent. Like, it's not like a note that smells like it. It almost smells like there's mint in here and eucalyptus. But it kind of has a little bit of a Vicks quality to it, which I don't mind if I'm in the mood for it. If it's cold out and dreary, if I want something comforting, this was very nice. And this threw like crazy for a tiny little single wick. I really could smell the mint and eucalyptus. Now I know those are stronger notes, so it makes sense that you could smell it throughout the house, but I feel like I could smell this everywhere. And I kept remembering that's just a tiny little single wick. So it really does depend, being conscious of that. If you like the size of a single wick, just think about those notes that really throw, because this threw, I would never have thought this was a small candle unless I knew. I think that the single wicks I bought have been the star of the show for me in terms of what I've got for semi-annual sale. I really did like these. I think they just came out the wrong time because I think this would have done so much better as a spring launch. I think this was between fall and winter. And so I wasn't interested at the time that came out because, again, I think about these things renewal, beginning of the year, going into spring. I have a couple more I'm just going to slowly use over the course of winter to spring because I think they're really nice for resets, transitions. But this one was nice. This was my favorite and it's gone. But sweet mint and eucalyptus, if you see these still and you're out shopping, the 75% off tables, I'd pick them up. I really, really, really liked it. So I have another video idea coming. I'm going to talk about the candles. I was very intentional starting in January. I've been posting on Instagram, not a ton, but all of my plans. So like I plan out the month of candle burns. Now, of course, as I get new candles, I will do a current burn review, but I've planned like blends. So I'm going to call it like fresh blends or fresh pairs or whatever. And they're going to be candles I put together and what I liked about them. So sometimes it'll just be a picture if I've already burnt through it. Like this one burnt really well and I have some blends I'm gonna talk about, or I'll have the candle still. But I just wanted to mention that that's coming to, again, thinking about what we already have in our collection and new fun ways to use our collection. So this was from Aldi's. This is a Huntington Home number 21 Nectar and Honey. I was savoring this one, burning it slowly, but it is all gone now. As you can see. Oh, and I forgot to show you that. I do like to show you, how it burnt down. This one did a really good job, burnt clean all the way through, and I had no issues. So overall, in this matte black, it just, like I said, as it was lit, you could just barely see the little flame poking through. I loved the experience of burning this little tiny single wick. Now this one I did pretty much as well. Like I said, it was the scent for me. These were supposed to be a comparison for the Jo Malone candles. Now, I don't know that they're a comparison in terms of the quality of the fragrance or anything like that, but like this is supposed to be a dupe for one of her fragrances, basically. And this has notes of peaches, nectar, and vanilla. And I really did get the honey note. It was so beautiful. I wish I had more of this one. I just kept slowly burning it, putting it away. I got it a few months ago, but that was my absolute favorite one that I grabbed. And if I ever saw this again, I would snatch it up in a second. So if you guys see these out and about, at your candle store, your Aldi store, like for the most part, they're gone for now. And I think that they're pretty much gone the week they're sold, but you never know, you could come across one. This was phenomenal. So, and then I think I showed you, but it was a pretty decent burn all the way down to the bottom. And I was savoring this one. Okay, let's jump into the 6 3 wicks that I did go through this week. I'll save my favorite for last. Let's go into this one. This one is my only want, and then I have like a second place want. So this was the Penguin Cookie and Cream Goose Creek candle. Look how cute we are on this jar. Like their jar styles lately have really been impressing me. But this one I could not keep lit for the life of me. It is still full to about here, but I'm done with it. I put it on the warmer for a little bit, but I think that the scent is pretty much just gone at this point. So I'm going to toss that. But when it started, it reminded me so much. I thought, like, again, that's why I do current burns and then I do post burn. If I would have done a current burn review and not come back on a post burn review, I would hesitate to tell you guys to buy this, because this one, this was work from almost from the second burn on. And I may just give up because I'm frustrated, but the first burn, this one was so good. And it was before I had gotten vanilla swirl brownie. And I was like, you know, this sounds like it would be like cookies and cream milkshake. Now, I did a bad job because I usually look ahead to see if I have any Goose Creek candles so I can look up the notes. But I know this was just basically almost the same. It's it has like an ice cream note or a vanilla note, cookie crumbles, chocolate. So it is basically the same thing as cookies and cream milkshake. And when it first started burning, the first burn was a great burn. It threw. I always noticed that with Goose Creek candles, the second I light them up, they start throwing. For the most part. I mean, every once in a while I get one that doesn't, but this one did. I remembered. But then from the second burn on, I had one wick that just wouldn't stay lit. Every time I walked past it, I was like, oh, it's like, you know, like if you, I stay near my candles, but like if I have this in the kitchen, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm still in the same room because it's a big open concept. I had this one like near my stove on a little candle holder, and I'd walk by it and there's like one wick that would always be out. And I was like, oh, well, so it wasn't burning evenly all the way down, as you can see, but then it was like taking turns. So then the next time it'd be a different wick. And I had this on the warmer, but I'm done with it. So the next candle I want to share with you all is crushed candy cane. Now, this is a love of mine. I've always loved crushed candy cane. I like it a little bit more than twisted peppermint. I like it for the same reasons I like peppermint sugar cookie, but this one was a little bit of a performance issue for me. Not a ton, but a little. And it was a light throw. I don't think it's ever been a powerhouse, but this one was extremely light. Now, it did help me coordinate and blend some new candles with it, which I'll share with you in another video. This has notes of crunchy peppermint, white sugar crystals, and frosted mint leaf. I will say, I mean, I did for a little while pair it with this in another room. And for a little while I did pair it with, I don't want to like leave the suspense, this white velvet coconut. This was really nice together. But I'll share my reasons why in another video. So this one, like I said, just a few performance issues, nothing really bad, but like, as you're seeing here, like those two wicks were constantly just, they were, this one wick, I don't know, I can't really even describe it. It just was like a weird burn. But it was clean. It was a clean burn. It just, again, I think it was just, it felt like they were drowning the whole time. I tried all the tricks and nothing was working. So I was just like, okay, I'm done with you candles this week. I'm done with you. I don't want you for frustration. But this is one of those, like, I know what it smells like. Comforting candles for me in this time of year. Like I don't want to call it a reset candle, but like it still smells like Christmas and winter, but it's not super heavy. So I just like it for that nice light, mellow burn. Okay. Another one, of course, what do we do on New Year's Eve, January 1st, until it's done? We burn a champagne toast. This was a white burn I picked up last year, I think. So it's just like a light peachy pink jar. Bubbly champagne, sparkling berries, juicy tangerine. I love champagne toast. I will always love champagne toast, but I really only burn it like the time of year that I have to burn it is New Year's Eve. That is just like my thing. I don't think I even have to, but it's like a superstition for me. Like, what would the year start off with if I didn't burn a champagne toast on New Year's Eve? So we started this one on New Year's Eve and just burn it through. It burnt really well. It burnt really clean, and we're all done with it. So I just love this candle for, this is that scent memory for me of New Year's Eve. And also it's a nice reset candle. So I'm really no complaints, but nothing like, groundbreaking to share with you all about that one. Okay, so then I burnt this one all the way through. This was Cellar. This is mulled apples, fresh fig, and cedarwood, and this is in a beautiful jar. You guys know, if I kept jars, I would be keeping this one, but I do not. So, like the Goose Creek candle, which was sooty, on top of all the other issues I told you about, this one gave me a little bit of issue with soot. Not horrible, but every time I lit it, it would soot for about 30 minutes. And I was just like, I don't want this on my wall. So I kept moving the candle so that it wouldn't be near, walls or whatever, because I could just see that thick black smoke coming up off of it. Other than that, though, this is a really nice candle. I loved the way that this would mingle with champagne toast, because this is a nice, juicy, bright, bubbly fragrance. And this is more muted, low. The apple is very toned down with that cedarwood. So you really kind of smell like the basement where you keep the wine, the cellar, like you could smell like the wood underneath the house kind of a thing. But I also really did kind of pick up that wine scent, not like what wine smells like out of the bottle, but what it probably smells like in the bottle. So, because there's not like a lot of like grape to it or anything, but yeah, I like that this really did pair nicely with this. Like this was top notes and this was base. And so beyond the sooting, I really enjoyed this burn, but it is one of those scents where right as it was getting done, I was kind of over it. So I was like, oh, this is a one and done candle for me. I do have another one, which I'm glad to have for the collection, but I didn't need to back this up. I loved it while I burnt it. And then when it was over, I was like, okay, goodbye. That was that. So those are my thoughts on Wine Cellar. Don't know what that weird alarm thing was. 2 more candles. This was one of the candles I picked up for 75% off the first day of the sale, Wicked Apple. This was one of my absolute favorite scents from fall, and I loved this packaging even though it is absolutely Halloween. This has notes of ghostly green apple, creepy caramel drizzle, ambitious vanilla bean, and I just love it. It's a Charms caramel apple pop sucker to me. It's one of my absolute favorite caramel apple scents, but I have several. But yeah, there's nothing, this candle is so strong. It all through my house. I don't have to burn anything with it. But it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful scent. It doesn't remind me too much of Halloween or fall if I didn't see the packaging. But yeah, so I just stuck this in one of my cute little candle holders and went about my business. I have some more I'm going to use because I picked up 6. But I'm actually really happy I did because this is one of those scents I could smell year round. I absolutely love it. So the last candle, my MVP for the week, was my very first of this year, White Velvet Coconut. Now, I grabbed one of these last year, 1 or 2. I don't have it anymore in my collection, but it was in a turquoise wax, and I talked about how it burnt down really quick. This one I enjoyed thoroughly. This was an online exclusive that I picked up around Candle Day. White Velvet Cake Coconut Shavings White Buttercream. The candle is so beautiful. It's a beautiful gourmand scent. So if you like anything bakery, you would love this. The coconut is light, but very strong, meaning like it's a light, airy scent that really throws, but it's not overpowering coconut. You could mix this with so many things, and I'll bring that to you in that fresh blend video. I really thought this packaging was pretty cute. I did do a current burn review, and none of my thoughts really have changed from that video. It's just really smooth, really pretty, very gourmand. And like I said, I just really like the cake is prominent at times, and then I can smell the buttercream frosting, and it's like nice. And what I like about this candle is that all 3 of the notes really shine. So I can always get the cake note, the coconut note, and the buttercream frosting note. But this is a really, really good candle. So if this is still available and you're still shopping, I have to recommend this one. It's just beautiful. Really beautiful burn. Really great for pairing if you like to pair. Burns really well on its own. Not a powerhouse knock you out of the room, but definitely strong. So I want to say it's like high, not medium, high, because I could smell this anywhere in the house, but in a mellow way. It wasn't knocking me out like the Teakwoods and the Paris Cafes, but I could smell it everywhere. So I liked that quite a bit. So this was my MVP of the week. I really just enjoyed it, and it kind of helped because I had the candle issues here. I had the Dudwicks here. We already, this is boring, but I still love it. This was sooty, but I still loved it. This one, just no issues and great. And again, I always love this one, but that's everything I have for you guys this week. Thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know what you've been burning and loving down below. I love chatting with you on the comments. It's my absolute favorite part. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.